Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton. I know it's been a while since you've heard from me last week. Um, I've been in El Paso this past week, but that's the kind of the last traveling that I'm doing for now. So I'll know what my next travel schedule is shortly, coming up soon, I suppose. I hope. But the good news is that for the foreseeable future, I'm here in Las Vegas, so I'll be able to catch up on. Actually, I'm not that far behind on my postings, but well, because I'm actually off on Monday, and I totally didn't even know that I was off on Monday. Like I totally almost started scheduling things on Monday, and my boss is like, "Why don't you take Monday off and we'll just call it President's Day?" I was like, "Ow." Okay, sure, why not? Let's do that. I'm not used to having holidays, first of all. And second of all, the calendar that we use doesn't have any holidays on it, even though we have holidays. So it's a little frustrating. But, anyways, that is neither here nor there. We're doing a Sudsy recap today. And today it's all about days of our lives. Days, days, days. I swear to God, days of our lives, you are going to be the death of me. You really are. So here's the thing. This whole Stefano story, everything about it is just, the whole thing was whack. I'm sorry. It was awful. And I blame a lot of that on their shooting schedule because they were shooting, this shit was all shot 6 months ago. But okay, let's talk about that though. So they all went on this adventure in Prague because, they heard that Stefano might be there, and Anna showed up and started shooting at him, and, they ended up capturing him and putting him in jail. And the thing is that they showed people talking to him like Marlena, like Anna. But what they never did was show him in the same shot as those people. And the footage that they used of him in jail, they kept reusing over and over again. So that makes me wonder, was that even shot for that episode? Or was that from like a previous time that Stefano went to jail? Because second of all, he looked a lot younger than he did last time we saw him. So that makes me wonder, like, why did they even... I get it that they needed to redeem Hope, but let's talk about that too. So Hope, so now Stefano's not dead. So Hope's off scot-free. Yay, you didn't kill Hope. You didn't kill Stefano. Yay. Okay, really? Okay, true. She did not, or allegedly true. We'll get to that in a second. But so they, allegedly, the man that she supposedly killed, she didn't kill. But she still killed somebody, and she escaped from jail. And she was on the run. Just because she is not guilty of that one law does not mean that she has not broken a shit ton of other laws. Now, so then let's talk about Eric Brady. So Eric Brady, who nursed Hope back to health, even though it is a little bit reaching to say that he got a pardon from the governor, I'm willing to go with that because that is a far more reasonable explanation than any of this bullshit with Stefano Demira or Hope Brady. It's all just ridiculous. The whole thing, it's a little bit insulting. But in terms of the pardon from the governor, that makes sense. Would it really happen? I don't know. We don't know what happened when Eric was a priest before he came back to town. Maybe he met the governor and assisted the governor, and who knows. But at least, it brings Eric Brady back on the canvas, and I hope that they do something with Eric, because ever since he came back to town in the form of Greg Vaughn, who is an amazing actor, okay, so I have nothing against Greg Vaughn. Loved him as Lucky on General Hospital. Loved him on Malibu Shores. Shout out, okay? So the thing is that when they brought him back, he didn't really do anything, right? And let's talk about, okay, so anyways... that's going to get me completely off on a different tangent. So I just hope that they employ him a little bit better than they have in the past. Okay, moving on. So Stefano Demira. So, okay, it's all a bunch of crap, right? Here's another thing that Days of Our Lives has done that I feel like it's a crutch for the show. And that is two people with the same face and different names, right? How many people do we know have doubles? Because that's what the Stefano thing brought up. Because they said, oh, well, Stefano must have used a double. Okay, well, first of all, he didn't. And second of all, even if he did, so let's talk about all of the people that have doubles. Shane has his twin brother, Drew. Marlena has Hattie. Rafe has some random twin floating around we don't know about. We never found out who Rafe's double was. Adrian has Bonnie Lockhart, right? So we have all these, I mean, it's like, can you come up with something better than that? I mean, like, it just seems to me like lazy story writing, to me, personally. It doesn't seem like that. And it's, again, how many times as an audience do we have to be like, oh, that's someone else? Oh, okay. And that's someone else? Oh, okay. So that I feel like is a crutch for the show in a big way. All right. Moving on. So there's been some talk. It was in Soap Opera Digest. Soap Opera Digest, that they have replaced their head writer yet again. Now, it's not my friend Ryan. My friend Ryan is actually still working on the show, except now he's creative consultant. But Dina Higley, who was the other head writer, she's gone now. Now here's the good news is that they've replaced her with Ron Carlivati, who is incredible. So for those of you that may not know, Ron Carlivati and Frank Valentini were really the force that brought General Hospital back from the brink. You know, they brought General Hospital back, and it is an incredible show now. So now Ron Carlivati is going to be taking on Salem, which is great. But here's the thing about that. Is it going to be too little too late? Because there's also all this talk about Megyn Kelly's show, and if Megyn Kelly's show is going to be axing Days of Our Lives. So then I heard that Megyn was joining the Today Show, and I thought, oh, well, then maybe Days of Our Lives is safe. But then they're like, no, and she'll be doing her own show, which makes me go, oh, okay, that's a lot that the network is going to put on one person, okay. But especially because if this one person is going to be solely responsible for wiping out daytime television on NBC, can you imagine? I would have a difficult time if I was Megyn Kelly, not having anything to do with her political leanings or anything like that. I'm talking about if I was responsible for all of the soaps on one particular network to be wiped out. I mean, that would be a huge burden for me to bear. And I don't know if we would, as soap fans, I don't know if we would stand for it. Then again, I don't know if we have the numbers that we used to have, right? We certainly don't. Because there was a time back in the days on the Nielsen ratings when, Young and the Restless used to get 8 million people every single day, and now they only get 3 million. But they're still number one, but that's just how much the audience has shrank. Plus, there was also like 12 soaps on the air back then. Now there's only 4. So, it makes me wonder if it's too little too late. Because, Ron Carlivati is on the show now, right? I mean, writing for the show now. But we're not going to see that until August. So, because of the way that they shoot. So is it going to be too late? Because any day now we're waiting on NBC to tell us whether or not the show gets picked up for next year, right? And what's funny is that at the television critics event that they had, they asked the NBC executives about Days of Our Lives, and they didn't say that it's not being canceled. They just said, we like that show. I mean, hello? I would be nervous, but I mean, it makes me wonder, is it too little too late? Because if the show then comes back and is great, because like all of the people that they brought back that were awesome, like Anna, Hattie, Carrie and Austin, they're all gone now. This week was it. Although I will say, it was good to see Stephanie came back for Patch and Kayla's wedding. It was very touching and very cute, and it was nice to see her with Joey. It was good to see that whole family together. That was really cool. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Angel Benton. You can also hashtag days to talk days of our lives. You can also hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, because that's coming up next. And have a wonderful day, everyone. Peace out. Try to stay dry because it's like pouring down rain over here in Las Vegas, but it's fine. It's just a little rain. I'd rather rain than snow. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.